here we have question 2. 7x plus 5y equals 61 and 3x minus y equals 1. This is a pair of simultaneous equations. Let's call this equation 1 and this equation 2. Alright, so we discuss the solution. Here, remember, you can always add 2 equations to get a third equation. You can always subtract 2 equations to get a third equation. You can always multiply an equation throughout by a number to get another equation. We cannot solve these as it is because we have 2 unknowns. In each, there is x and there is y. 2 unknowns. There is x and there is y here. So we have 2 unknowns in equation 1 and 2 unknowns in equation 2. So what do? What we want to do is try and get a third equation. But that third equation, if we could get a third equation with a 0x, that would be good because x would be eliminated. We're using elimination method. Or if we get a third equation with a 0y in it, that y would be eliminated. Can we do that? Doesn't really seem so. So guess what? Suppose we get another equation. That equation has a 5y in it. Remember, equation 1 has a 5y. You can see it here. If we get another equation with a 5y, then we could subtract these two. 5y minus 5y is 0y. See that? So, let's see how we can do that. Notice, if we multiply y here by 5, we get 5y. So this minus y here, minus 5y. Then this 5y could add to this 5y to get a 0y. So we would eliminate y. Now, how we're going to do this? Multiply equation 2 by 5. So let's say this now is equation 2 we multiply by 5. So we say equation 2 times 5. What do we get when we do that? Let's see. 5 times 3. We're going to have 5 times 3 here. And what we have? 5 times 3 is 15. So 5 by 3x is 15x minus 5 times y gives you 5y. We did that already, right? You can see that. Equals 5 times 1. Because this one is the same one here. 5 by 1 will give you 5. So we have a new equation here. Let's call it equation 3. Now, here we have equation 1 with a 5y and equation 3 with a 5y. So let's subtract them. So we can say, oh, not subtract, let's add them. Equation 1 plus equation 3. We have to add, not subtract, because guess what? If we say equation 1 minus equation 3, then we would say 5y minus negative 5y, which is the same as 5y plus 5y. And we would have 10y, we would not eliminate y. We have to be careful when we have these subtraction signs. So, equation 1 plus equation 3, what we're going to have to do is to add the x part, alright, 7x and 15x. 7x plus 15x gives you 22x. You see that? Then the y's. 5y plus negative 5y. We add the y parts now. 5y plus negative 5y is the same as 5y minus 5y. See that? Which is 0y. So we have plus 0y equals, then the numbers part, the 5 plus 61. That part we're going to add now. 61 and 5 gives you 66. So here now, what we have is 2x plus 0y is 66, but we could just ignore the y part and, no, 22x I should say. 22x plus 0y is 66. But we could just ignore the y part because it's 0. So 22x equals 66. Which number do you multiply by 22 to get 66? It is 3. Right? 22 by 3 gives us 66. So x must be 3. You could also say, let's divide by 22. 22 cancel 22. So you have x equals 66 over 22 is 3. So x is 3. Alright? So you have 3 so far for x. Now that you know that x is 3, what do you do with it? Let's look at one of these equations. We can use equation 1 or 2 to work it out. Equation 2 is more convenient. Alright? Because it has smaller numbers. So 3x minus y is 1. So what it says is that 3x minus y equals 1. Right? 3x minus y equals 1. But 3x means 3 times x. But guess what? You know that x is 3. So you write 3 times 3 minus y equals 1. So 9 minus y equals 1. Right? Something minus y equals 1. What could that be? 9 minus something, equals 1. What could that be? 9 minus what equals 1? Well, you could figure it out. Another thing you could do, if you subtract 9 from both sides, you have negative y is equal to 1 minus y. 1 minus 9. 1 minus 9 is what? Negative 8. So if negative y equals negative 8, by multiplying both sides by negative 1, then positive y must be equal to positive 8. So we have the solution. So x equals 3, y equals 8. So x equals 3 and y is equal to 8.